What is going on, everybody? I am back here to yap again, but this time, as with most other times, I am not alone. But look to your left, my left. I think that's right. Yep, that's right. Look over here. There's a picture of a very beautiful man known as Rydog, and he is here to talk about the podcast and everything SGL with me. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I am fully flu vaccinated. That's why it's running a little late. Thanks for holding. I have a Timber shirt in that photo. Ironically, I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Riverhounds jersey, the one I bought in Pittsburgh. So you already know it's gonna be a good day today.
Dude, fully protected, and you got both allegiances wearing right now. You know what? I think honestly you're ready to go on the offense and be covered for defense just in case. So I think you've done everything right so far this evening.
Well,
So
well, I defend better than the Timbers do, but that's a different story. So
that certainly is because I mean, what all of our clubs we're going into playoff mode right now, so we're gearing up for potentially either a short or a very long playoffs right now. But as to say, this SGL season is really kicking into, trying to get toward the middle of the season. We're only 3 weeks in right now. We're just entering week 4 right now. And listen to me, I'm still saying right now, like it's my job to do so. So, with all that being said, I think we're about to get ready to get into the weekly review of both leagues that we have so far. And if you look up on your screen, we should be seeing the schedule of the past results coming up. A lot of sweeps so far that we've seen, and one that we actually we're hoping for a little bit more. But also of note, that is only on the championship side. Everything else on the Premier has managed to go at least 4 games, as we see, Lacinco Dose taking it 5 against EM, ECRC taking care of business against their brotherly rival in Sounders RC. The Burn falling to the Chrome 3-1, but at least getting a critical win to at least stay up in the standings, compete with their El Matador counterpart. And Timber's Army in a game 5 against KC Cauldron in a thriller. So if you haven't watched that game, you definitely have to go watch that one back up over there in the championship. Axe and Rose cannot continue the winning ways. They fall to a Rebellion side that honestly is poised to be a top 2 team within this division. Same with Steel Army taking care of business against Los Verdes in a sweep, and Azul taking a commanding, dominant win over EC Eternal, who at times looked like they were so competitive in it, but they just couldn't get the job done. Rydog, I have no idea how many series you've seen throughout the week, but are there any that caught your eye the most as you went through your week?
yeah, I mean I'll just toot my own horn here. That Timbers Army KC series is like a series of all time. So definitely go check it out. Absolute cinema throughout the entire series there. So if you're just looking for good content, that's definitely the series to check out. I'll just kind of go through the left a little bit. Like Lacinco Dose, like getting a big win against EM, that's huge. Like a little mini rivalry there. The Texas rivalry. Also, when we played them in week 2, like that's a good team. So I'm like not surprised that they were able to compete with EM, and of course they took it, so that's even better. I know Sounders RC have some work to do. I think ECRC are just back to their OG ways, so we play them this week, so that should be a cinema series too. And Chrome, man, San Diego Chrome just taking after their IRL counterpart and just doing work. So that's also a top 2 team in the league, if not top 1. So I haven't seen much of the championship. I did see Axe and Rose play last week, not against Rebellion, the week before, but yeah, I mean, so far things I think are shaking out the way they're kind of supposed to. But obviously, as we know in SGL, that can change in any given day.
Yeah, that's really for certain. I know you had mentioned not watching a ton of the championship so far. Just to give you a little bit of a rundown, and I know Maz can probably definitely speak to a lot of this. It's already putting into shape right now. It's already like filtering out where the teams are supposed to be and where they might end up finishing out. So it's not exactly where I want it to be, but I know with week 4 it should have a little bit of a shakeup because Rebellion actually plays Steel Army this week. And a little
Oh,
bit of a teaser for you guys. That's already scheduled for tomorrow. So make sure
whoa!
you take into the stream tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, everybody cancel your plans. That's going to be a cinema series. If you thought the Timbers Army or you think the Timbers Army KC series is going to be cinema, that might be like that equivalent to the championship. Like that's the championship equivalent. So definitely tune in for that.
hmm You definitely got to be sticking around for all the action upcoming. One series I actually did want to highlight um, actually was that Azul series that you had briefly mentioned before. Um, I was honestly starting to get pretty high on EC Eternal, given what I've seen out of their roster so far. But and honestly, what Azul did last week, where they didn't show up as much compared to this week, I legitimately am impressed with what they've done, and they've taken out an EC Eternal side that I thought was poised to take more names. Uh, given their schedule so far, I thought they were going to come out hot, and they just shut them down. So I'm going to shout out that series as well. Highlight of the championship, that's for certain. Definitely earned that win here this week. And I know they will probably be relieved to at least see that they'll probably continue their winning ways, given what I'm seeing in the schedule right now. So, but chat, how we doing? I'm taking a little break right now because I just need to look over and see how you guys are doing. I have not popped into the stream chat at all. I see Rydog chatting a lot, especially about World Series right now. No, I will not stop repeating right now. I will say it until the day I die. I told
I
Toad
love
that I would
emotes.
keep doing it.
I love these emotes. I just got the 7 TV or whatever, not a plug, but they're unbelievable. So
Oh, of course. Another
yeah,
reminder, if you have not done it so far, download 7TV extension. Helps you see all the
the fun
wonderful little
emotes.
presents that we have for you in chat so far. Like Maz being absolutely devastated that he has to hear me say right now probably 20 times in the span of an hour stream. So that's you get to enjoy that for right now. And
But
also
he can't complain too because the Blue Jays are winning, and I just probably jinxed that. But whatever, you know.
oh dude, don't jinx it right now. Don't jinx it right
Whatever.
now. We
I'm
still
rooting for them, so I want them to win. So that whatever. And the
uh,
Penguins won.
yeah, I just
So
saw the end of that, so I had to text the group and make sure that I got the high fives in the victory celebration so far. Back on topic. Oh, hang on. Producer's talking. We talk about EM and 512 kicking us off of the banger. I actually will appreciate that a ton because that was something that you noted, um, at least when we're talking about the week, was that EM and 512, they started with Game 5. And Lacinco Dose, we had no idea if they were actually going to pull it off. And it went down to overtime. Like, I part of me thought that this would just be like, all right, they got the OT, they got the Game 5, we're chill, it'll be fine. Maybe EM will just cover their bases from there. No, they lost in Game 5, and honestly, like you mentioned, I was kind of surprised to see EM drop that Game 5. I know they talk a lot about, playing quite literally in a beer league for fun this year compared to seasons past, but it just kind of makes you wonder, you know?
yeah, Maz brings up a good point in chat about them splitting up, which I think was super fun. Just being part of the community and hearing that and seeing all the banter back and forth when they did split up the teams. But I mean, obviously this is a fun league. It's competitive, but it's also just for for fun and all that stuff too. So because we all know that that EM team with their strongest 3. I mean, they won the league last year, right, or last season. So, like they're obviously really good, and so I think it's great to split them up and to give everybody more playing time and kind of make things even a little bit. Yeah, Caesar saying now we up, vibes up. Fun fact, Caesar, I actually think your team on paper might be slightly better than EM. That might be a hot take. We can get into power rankings later, but that's what it's about, right? The vibes are up. Like it's good. Like that's what it's about. So.
Exactly. and that's what we were hoping to see out of this one. We wanted to see Caesar on top this time instead of that dude Luis, so this will be good to see. They're on the up, so definitely watch out in week 4 as they're gonna be taking on Los Cinco Doce. So Austin gets to play Dallas twice in a row, so that should be fun to see. But moving on, we're at the end of week 3. We got a. All right, dog. Are you ready to yap, like truly yap?
Let's yap.
We're truly ready to yap now because I've been yapping with Maz back and forth, and it has kind of gone into a spot where not that we totally agree with each other, but we actually found reasoning in disagreement. So you know what? I can at least appreciate that. But
Yeah, you agree to disagree. Yeah, that's what it's about.
But I think my hot takes have been better now, and I don't know how to feel. I'm used to being so wrong about stuff, so
Okay.
maybe I'll be completely wrong this time, and I need to see if you'll level with me. And I think there's only one way to do that, and it's time to power rank the Premier Division, because you got to hear what I got to say first about this division.
I'll listen.
Because once we get this up on screen over here, as far as like seeing where the standings are, seeing where the teams actually shake out, the Premier still has a lot, at least as far as like fluctuation between like what the table says and what teams can feel as far as like the games that are being played. And given that you are in the Premier, I am preventing you from going first. So,
let's hear
that
it.
said,
Get the receipt going.
Oh yeah, true. I do got the receipt. We can. Oh wait, no, he's pointing to me now. Oh, okay. Receipt is up. I keep flicking it so you don't actually see what I ranked so far. Or if I last minute change anything, that wasn't real. That wasn't real. I don't change anything. My opinions are final. But that being said, the Premier, starting from the bottom up. Easy spot right now. SRC, you're going down here right now. Not to mention in the interview, they still need more time to practice and actually get things going. So, yeah, we just gotta wait and see how that one shakes out. As far as number 7 goes, it's different from what you're seeing on the table so far. This 7th spot is going to be going to El Matador proper. They're dropping into 7th based off what I have seen as of recent performances, and also because they lost to Los Cinco Doce and I believe Dallas Burn already. So, you know, we gotta get the other 2 teams up there. But in order, it goes Los Cinco Doce, then EM Dallas Burn, based on recent performances.
Like Cinco's in 6th or Cinco's above them?
Cinco's in 6th. Yep.
Okay.
Moving on to number 4. I feel like Maz is gonna yell at me, but KC's going here for right now. Honestly, a slight fluctuation. It's just you lose in 5 to Timber's Army. It's hard to put them above anything else, and nothing else I could really say. Because number 3, it's going to the Toronto Maple Leafs of the Premier itself. Timber's Army, you're going up here. You guys had at least a standout performance to at least put you ahead of KC, back where I had KC at number 2 the prior week if I had to rank them. Granted that we didn't. And with that said, ECRC, I still have them at number 2. They're still doing all the right things right now. I can't disagree with their play. They're set up for that, and FST Chrome, they're still getting the results. I think they deserve to be number 1 for right now. That could change potentially with how the schedule lines up after week 4, but that's just the impressions. And Maz has given up on me, and so has Toad.
It's an interesting list, Debit. Very interesting. Very interesting. You, my friend, are I'm gonna call you a half AP voter right now, because I'm gonna use logic. To me, it's common sense, hopefully, of
Yeah.
what they do in college football, and more aptly what they don't do and what they need to do in college football. So, chat, yeah, how are we feeling about debits list before I keep going? Toad, Chrome has 0 Gojo. That's, you know what? And also, Chrome also doesn't have any JD Power Associate trophies or whatever that my Chevy Silverado has. So that is, Toad is onto something here, a little bit.
You
Little bit.
know, with reasoning like that, it's kind of hard to disagree. You know.
Reese TA should be lowered. Let's stop the cap.
Look at you guys putting yourselves.
Whatever. Whatever, dude. All right, in my 9 slot, I'm gonna put Nelly. Just Nelly's going in my 9 slot. Just for that.
We have an additional slot. Let's go.
Can we add a slot, Maz? Can you do that? Can you add a slot, or is it kind of set? Let's put him at 9. Anyway. SGL top 10. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Imagine a 9 slot below the screen. All right, yeah, you're not good enough to be on the screen, Reese. It's okay. But for real though, my list. I like your bottom 2. So I'm gonna keep that the same. Sounders, RC, and EM. I mean, I believe in Sounders RC. That's kind of weird coming from a Timbers fan, but our good buddy plays on that team, and when he's a grinder, he's a grinder. Like, he will not stop playing the game, and he hates to lose. That's like probably his #1 thing, is he hates to lose, and so he's not happy being. I mean, of course, nobody would be happy going 0-3, but I know he's extra bad being 0-3. So they'll step it up over the course of the season once they get some more playing time, chemistry, that sort of thing. And yeah, EM. I kind of already said it a little bit. I think Dallas Burn are a little bit ahead of them right now anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm actually going to flip 5 and 6 from debits list. I'm going to go EM, Dallas Burn, and then Cinco Doce. So Dallas Burn at 6, and then Cinco Doce at 5. Only because I played Cinco Doce and I was quite impressed. That might be slightly biased. It is slightly biased until we play Dallas Burn, but I was impressed with that Cinco Doce team. So they're definitely, like, I would put them in like the dark horse category, kind of like what the locals were last year, of like kind of a gatekeeper of kind of like you can't sleep on this team, or you might try and sleep on them, and then they just kind of hit you with a 1-2 left right kind of thing. So for that reason, of course we haven't played Dallas Burn yet, so I don't know, and I could totally be wrong, but that's why I have them at 5. My #1 is going to be Chrome. You can wait to put that up there, Maz, if you want. My 2, 3, and 4 are going to be very interesting. I have, because in week 2, I believe, KC and ECRC played, and KC won in 5. We play ECRC this week, so there's no result there. Timbers Army beat KC in 5 last week. So I'm putting, it is basically 2A, 2B, 2C at this point, because we all know how good these teams are. But I'm putting ECRC 4, KC 3, TA 2. Just for the head-to-head. They have the head-to-head. So Toad, I know you're not going to be happy with that. I'm telling you, it is a 2A, 2B, 2C situation, because if every series goes to 5, which I'm assuming ours will this week, then I think we'd flip. Like, if ECRC wins the series, I think they jump to 2. Potentially. Like I said, we'll see how the rest of the league. Keep in mind, you played Smash that series. Why, you trying to dog on Smashly? Wow, rude. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, absolute cinema. I don't know. Like I said, those 3 teams are so close that we always seem to play into 5 games, like those 3 teams, Cauldron, ECRC, and Timbers Army. So it's those 3 are so close. You could interchange them and come up with excuses or reasons of why they are there. So, like I said, take that for what it's worth. But like I said, I know Toad, you're not happy with that. But I think this week you could jump up to 2, potentially with a win over TA. I know that kind of changes my thinking with like the head-to-head KC versus ECRC, but we'll see.
You know, you used a lot of logic in that, and saying the 2A, 2B, and 2C made a lot of sense.
We just don't have a big enough sample size yet. Like once TA plays ECRC, like we'll see how it kind of shapes out, because then it becomes a beats B, B beats C, C beats A stitch, and then that just ruins everything, because then it really becomes a 2A, 2B, 2C, because they've all played each other and they've all beaten each other. So
yeah, it will be the triangle of hell that they go back and forth against. Like, you built toward that point beautifully, so I gotta commend you for that. And yeah, we keep FSD Chrome at 1 right now, maybe partially because they also they do have a result over you guys right now, so that does lend a little bit of leeway to them. However, you get the feeling that we're almost like waiting to dethrone Chrome at this point, given their schedule, because it has been kind of easy so far this year, besides Timbers Army.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to get behind the whole, but we played this roster, kind of what Toad was saying, because you could theoretically say the same thing about TASD. It's the exact same thing, because if you're saying that if you have, quote unquote, your starting 3 against a team like that, you could potentially win. Okay. Both games went to 5. Like, ECRC and KC went to 5. KC ended up winning, right? Okay. Whatever you, like, TA also didn't have their starting 3 against SD, and it went to 5, right? And so that game 5 could have gone either way, right? So it's like, okay. So, to answer your question, yes. Like, at some point it'll happen. But right now they're in the driver's seat, and I have no reason to not put them at 1. I mean, they're undefeated. They've looked good. They're such a better team now. Like, they look great on the field. They probably look great in person too, but I know they look great on the field. And you know, it's kind of the woulda, shoulda, coulda, the what ifs. I don't like playing the what ifs game. Whatever happened, happened. If you play with your monitor off and you lose in 5 games, you still lost in 5 games. You didn't have your monitor on. That's a you problem, you know. So, like I said, that might be a hot take, but
I don't think it's that incredibly hot, but it is like, yeah, like waiting on the larger sample size to come out, and I think that'll really start to shake up a lot of the Premier Power rankings as we do go along, and that's what I like about this league. It's very fluctuating. It seems like things can change week to week. It's a bit opposite compared to the championship, and I know we got to get to that one, and I know we've been kind of pointing in the direction of, yeah, we should probably talk about that. I agree, and given that we're going to get your opinion on this, even though you haven't watched most of the championship, I'm actually curious to see what you're going to say about this one. Okay. Because I will save my thoughts for later, but we got to hear what you got to say. Yep, you're going to go first.
Okay. I'm going to ask a really dumb question off the start. Is EC Eternal the old Defiance roster? Or close to the Defiance roster? Oh no, EC Defiance is up there. Okay. Oh, they have an odd number of teams. They had a bye. Okay, yep. Got it. On it. I was like, I didn't see their name up on the other screen. I was like, I thought they were a team. Anyway. Okay, this should be fun. Truthfully, I have no idea. I think LV and EC Eternal are going to stay for me. Just given what I know about the rosters. Which I know, like I said, isn't much. But that EC Eternal team could be a fun team. I did hop in their pub Discord a few days ago, and that's just a fun group of people. And when you're having fun, like that's what it's about. I mean, I know if you ended up watching the TA KC series, I know Loyboy talked about it on the interview afterwards. Of like this game is fun, and you start winning when you have fun, and vice versa. You start having fun when you win, right? Duh. So I like the vibes in that Eternal. LV for me, I mean that's the game I saw against Axe and Rose, and I mean it's a tale of two things, right? I think Axe and Rose, and I'll say their name here in a bit, but they look so much better than last year. Obviously, they've pinned some or last season. They've made some additions. I know a goddamn delight has been grinding the game. He looks consistent as ever. Like that's gonna be a fun team, and they beat LV. They swept them. Granted, game 2 and 3 were fairly close, but I think that's good enough there. Oh, they're a brand new team besides Funk and Huskies. Yeah. So that EC Eternal team should be fun. This is tough for me because I'm gonna put Axe and Rose at 5. Because they're not there yet. They got their first win. I was in their Discord call with them. I have it recorded. It was great vibes in there. And they're moving up. I think that 5 is a good spot for them right now. Like the question for them is, can they continue it over the course of the season? We're gonna find out. Like who are the teams on this list that they can compete with and can potentially beat? Obviously we see LV for sure. Can they beat an Eternal? Can they beat a Defiance? I think that Defiance series is gonna be insane. So whenever they play, so that'll be fun. Gosh, I might flip ECD and Azul. So I'm gonna go Azul at 4 and ECD at 3. Like I said, this is very little championship season 10 knowledge. But I mean, I love the EC Defiance boys. They've earned their right to be in a top 3 conversation over the course of the seasons, right? Because if you remember, OGs or veterans of SGL know that weren't they like 0-10 in season 7 or season 8 or something like that? Like they were at the bottom, and now that they've made it here, and they're climbing up, and so they I think deserve to be in the top 3. I also saw Azul play Steel Army. Granted, we know how good Steel Army is, and so they didn't look great, and I think that's credit to Steel Army too, but that's why I kind of put them at 4. I have no doubt that they can bounce back. You had mentioned that they looked really good in their series this past week, so ultimately I think that's a 3A 3B situation that those two can flip. And I don't know if these two teams have played each other yet this season. I know we're still early in the season, but that could be a very fun match between those two teams.
Confirm that ECD also did play FSD. Wait, ECD? No, they didn't.
They haven't played him yet?
Oh, I was convinced.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's going to be a fun series. I'm trying to scroll down to see when they play them. Week 7. Azul versus Defiance, week 7. So we won't know until week 7. But like I said, I think that's okay for now. No, weeks. Oh, they might play in the cup, but I just scrolled into the championship and they play in week 7, December 14th due date. So we'll see. And then I think the top 2 are 1A, 1B. I think you have a. I'll put Steel Army at 1 because I'm wearing their jersey and I got to meet the boys and I love them. So that's non-Rocket League, but whatever. That series will also be Cinema, Rebellion, Steel Army. But yeah, I agree. I think these are the 2 best teams in the championship right now. I mean, we all know how good Rebellion are. Obviously, they competed in Premier League last year and competed with, they competed with us. They swept us, right? And then we swept them on the return leg. But they swept us, which means they have the ability to do that, right? They competed against top teams in that league, and so they have. If they end up being the number one team at some point, I wouldn't complain. Like, I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. Truthfully, I think it comes down to that Steel Army series. So I have no doubt if Rebellion beats Steel Army in that series, I have no problem putting them at 1. But yeah, hopefully that's not too controversial, given I don't know much about Championship, but
I don't think it's incredibly controversial. Before I actually had to look it up, I was kind of like certain that Azul and ECD had played, but that was just straight up misinformation that I brought into my brain. So, congrats to me. We did it. We fooled ourselves. And number 2, that doesn't exactly change my thoughts on those two teams as well. No, I think there's only really like a couple disagreements. One of them is more reasonable, and I think is a point against me. I'm gonna be straight up. But one of them, I feel like I gotta agree with you on the 1 point, and that's the only reason that I haven't, like, Maz has seen that for himself. I did it in week 1, I did it in week 2, so without like holding back any further on this, number 7, it's LV. Tough competition against Steel Army last week. Didn't really get anything going in that one. Hopefully we can see more of them, especially Sky. I hope they get on the pitch a lot more, and Richter keeps developing over there. Number 6, I really want to move them up higher, but I still can't yet. EC Eternal, they're going in that spot. They have a lot of quality on this team, and I think it really started to show against FSD Azul, but just like the results aren't quite going their way yet, so that's why I can't move them up to 5 yet. Especially after one of the clips that you'll see later on from Philosophy Girl. Shout out to her. Honestly, incredible double tap that we saw on the broadcast last time. So can't wait to potentially see that one up in the clips over here. Number 5, yeah, it's got to be Axe and Rose. They're at least getting a result, even if it is against Los Verdes so far. They can honestly fluctuate wherever. This team is kind of not like brand new, but they are on a different level compared to how they were last year. So I expect a lot of things different from them, but just not enough to push them as high yet. Number 4, probably the hot take. Sorry, ECD, I'm gonna keep you here, not just because of standings reasons, but I just don't think you have looked as good yet. You're probably gonna make me regret putting you at 4 this week, so looking forward to seeing how you do that, and making me look pretty foolish for putting you at 4. Number 3, that's gotta be Azul. They're a team that is going to be kind of like a gatekeeper to, I think, the top 4, if not the top 3, depending on how they play against EC Defiance. Their only loss is to a Steel Army team, and they've beaten Los Verdes and Eternal, so they've done what they had to do. We just need to see a more positive result. ECD did also play the Rebellion, so it's going against them right now, but I could see that flipping back in their favor at some point. At number 2, yep, same as last time. Steel Army, you go here. You are not number 1 yet. As much as the standings say you are number 1 right now because of 3 matches compared to 2 against the Rebellion, you are facing a team that has come down from the Premier, and you have historically struggled against, because they are kind of like a slightly better you in a lot of ways. At least that's how I see the matchup. I can't wait to play tomorrow, because that'll actually show like what team should be in that number 1 spot, I think, after this week for certain. And Yes, Caesar, I am talking to myself. Uh, yes, Triple C. You are you. That, you know what? So true.
I
I
think
can't
Shakespeare
disagree
said
with
that.
it. Getting philosophical here on this one. Um, but yeah, that's the thoughts on the championship so far based on how we played.
I don't
I think
hate
a
the
lot of things are
Rebellion
falling into
switch.
place.
Yeah, I don't hate the Rebellion 1, Steel Army 2. Toad brought up a good point that Shorts has had back-to-back 10s in his Toad ranking, which I completely forgot about. So, I mean, that's insane, obviously. So, that's a fair point. Like I said, I think Steel Army Rebellion is a 1A, 1B sitch, and they'll flip until, or they'll stay like that, at least for me for now, until I see something catastrophic happen to one of the teams or something amazing from one of the other teams. So, yeah, I mean, it's, man, what a season so far. Season 10, man. So good.
Yep. We still got a lot of weeks to, flesh this thing out too, so that's why power rankings can only go so far. I know it's one of our segments that people look forward to. Um, I don't know if this is something that could be brought up on screen like soon either, but I don't even know if Toad's okay with it. Um, because he does individual like rankings based on what he's uh done before in order to showcase. I don't know the full methodology, but he shows a little bit in his graphics that he sends into SGL discussion every week. Uh, because he does all the individual ratings. He does it week to week, and then he does averages for it.
Think
Um,
about like an Octane rating if you follow our OCS. It's basically that, just Toad's version.
yeah. Oh, he posts them to use freely. You know what? That's fair. I just wanted to make sure you were all good before it entered. I guess a slightly more public sphere. Uh, is like one way of putting it. Uh, Maz, let us know if you can. If not, then we'll definitely try to focus it in for next time. Because that's something that I think is like a valuable addition here to SGL, especially coming from not the admin side too. So it's pop mom for RL, yeah. Oh, Maz is setting it up now. Okay, that's awesome. So we will get to see it. Um, we are going to be getting into a couple things later, as well as like clips, talking a little bit about the new week. Um, because we also are going to be having, I mean, as you guys have seen, it is week 4. So we are already going to be going into the cup competition soon. And for all the newbies, this is your chance to go into these series, with a whole new like attitude toward it. We're going to be playing, some best of sevens in like Gamers 8 style. So we're gonna be like striking back and forth as far as like what game modes go. Like the odd number games are 3v3s, the even numbers are loser's choice. But you cannot pick the same mode twice. And for this year, for this season, we have killed ones. Ones is not an option. It's done. I don't know if you guys saw the championship last time, but yeah, it's gone. Time is the Steel
I
Army.
think that's fair.
Let's
With
say
no ones.
I don't know what your thoughts on it are, based
Yeah,
on.
I mean, we obviously, I don't want to say abused it, but it was very nice to I don't want to say call it a free game win either, but to have Lloyd Boy do his thing in ones. But I will say, Comms League, that there were times where we're like, do we really not want to pick ones? Like, should we actually like pick something else to for the content and like, that sort of thing?
Mhm.
So there were talks about that. Ultimately, I don't think we did it because we wanted to win more. But now that that's out, then I think that's. I mean, it'll just make for better content. And obviously, like Rocket League, like some of us are not ones players, and ones is just like if you watch the LCS and stuff, like it's just a completely different game. Like, you see these ones, you know, like a Diaz, who's, to his credit's done pretty well, but like these ones players that play threes are just not the same. And that's okay, because they're dominant at the ones game. They're not dominant at the threes game. It's just that much different.
And also, like, ones is not entirely like a team environment, so we're hoping to get at least like one more person on it, you know? And at least Hoops offers like 2v2, so 2v2s are an option. And all right, oh my gosh, we're ready to go. Prem stats are ready to go. We've got some individual rankings from the Sir Toad Death up here, ready to showcase for you. And remember, this is weeks 1 to 3 average. This is not last week so far. So take a gander, see what we've got. And it looks to be
how
well
coincidental
split.
that Toad Death is the top one.
The
What in
greatest
the-
player.
Yeah, makes his own rankings. No, for real. Toad's play good. Yeah.
Hey, even looking across, it looks like it's like kind of like balancing out pretty well. You see in your usual top performers and Toad, Loy Boy, Chelsea Man being that high. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. They're getting a lot of goals whenever I see him play. Although that trio of FSD Chrome people has got to be very, very comforting to see.
Yeah, their rankings are a little bit. There were a few games they couldn't get. I think Toad's right.
That and was it Munz only has one game as well.
So
Yeah, with the whole devs breaking the game while they play the game. The accusations are coming in hot right now.
Yep. Anything stand out?
I mean, with Chromes being the way that they are, I'm honestly impressed to see EM Dallas Burns rankings come up a lot higher. Because I think whenever looking at them at first, we were kind of seeing them a bit lower, but seeing Caesar, Wicca, and Huey be up that high, that's a
They're all
very
right there.
encouraging sign.
Yeah.
Huey being listed as a Diamond 3. Gosh darn, I did not know that was his current ranking at the point, or whatever he took it at.
No,
What
I
about
think
you?
Huey's better than that. I think Huey's better than that personally. But I'm gonna shout out myself. I try my hardest every single week, and I always get mid on these rankings. So I don't know what the deal is with and how it's back end calculated, but whatever I do, it's just never good enough for these rankings. So that's unfortunate. No, I mean it makes sense, right? I think like you've got the top teams obviously have one at least top player in here, right? Chrome situation, they've got like all their entire teams in the top 10, right? They're 3-0. I think that makes sense. Like, but that also means I know Munza definitely has one game played, so that's fine. But like that just proves that like some of these teams are so like team oriented, and after watching the Timbers Army the Chrome series, like there is not one player that you can be like, yep, if you shut him down, they have no team. That the Chrome does not have a player like that. So, you know, like you could shut down Mecky Ducky, but Shea Bomb's gonna go off, right? Or vice versa, or something. And so I think that this ranking actually like proves that point of like they are such a team-oriented team. That's such a stupid statement, but they're a team-oriented team. Gosh, what else? Yeah, it's good to see Lacinco Dose get some right in the middle. I feel like that's maybe even a little low for them. I feel like they're on paper maybe a little bit better than that, but I'm surprised to see Serrano that low, given how good he is. Fatality though in the top was that 6th, 7th, 6th for KC is cool to see.
Yeah, I think that does go back to like Toad's point about like positional things are like hard to account for whenever it comes to these ratings, or at least hard to calculate. So I think that's why Serrano gets dragged down a lot more. Like Serrano is setting up a lot of plays and at least keeping his team in it in a lot of ways.
I agree.
But like Fatality is getting like the brunt of the goals. So
no, that is fair. Goals followed by assists are way more than other stats. That's fair, and that's fine. Like that makes sense, right? Because those are the things that are gonna help you win. Because that and not to toot my own horn, but that's how I feel. I kind of play is like I try not to. I mean, obviously I've got 2 insane teammates, and they're gonna do the scoring and assisting anyway. But I like just tend to be the glue of like, okay, where do you need me? And so yeah, I don't expect to be anywhere near the top any of the weeks. I really don't. It's just funny to see. But yeah, shout out Toad Death for putting this together, and doing it every week. He does the weeks themselves, so he'll do like a week 1, week 2, week 3, and then he'll do the average too, which is really cool to see, especially like the different changes too. Toad, if you are still in chat, I don't know how hard this would be, but if we could get like if you could numerically assign like you could do the average, I guess. Yeah, the average would make sense. And so you have like Toad Death at 1, Loyboy 2, and all that stuff. And then you look week to week and go, okay, Loyboy jumped Toad Death this week. He's +1, and Toad Death's like see the change. I don't know if that's possible, but that'd be kind of cool to see. Like who's trending in the right direction. Let's say like Wicca starts going crazy and he's like up to 2nd now. Like to see that change week over week of like, yeah, he started at like, what is that, 13th, 14th maybe, and now he's at 2, something like that. That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. I was like, I feel like that does offer a lot of like fluctuation, especially whenever like so many players could come in at a given time. But no, I dig the idea, especially when you could have like one good week and it forces your average to go up like, I don't know, like 10 spots for some reason. But how do I do that in Sheets?
I know how to do it. Toad Death, we can meet and I can show you how. Unless you actually, that was a joke. But I do know how to do that. Little X lookup, little whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. Just to see the change.
Yeah, we can definitely get that done. I think it just comes with simple formulas here. So
yeah, little X lookup. Yeah, not bad, not hard.
Yeah. He loves his X lookups.
I love an X lookup, dude.
Alright, well that was Premier side. I have no idea if Champ is ready or not. It could show up at any given moment, and I could be like, ooh, look at that. But that doesn't appear to be the case. Never mind, is that the case?
Yes, it is.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
Commentator's curse. I mean, it's got to be shorts, right?
Bruh has a 10 rating?
That's crazy.
Through the whole season. I know it's 2 matchups, but still. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, champ stats are very top heavy.
Yeah, whenever looking at it like this morning, I'm not surprised to see Rebellion that high, see my 2 teammates being that high as well. Because even I have taken more of a backseat role this season compared to seasons past. And honestly, whenever looking at the past couple series, Raisin and Bear, they just take over and they start scoring. I think I mentioned in the last interview that I had, they just took over. I'm like, all right, cool. I can just play defense and just make sure that the ball stays in their half. I'm okay with that.
Well, what game did I commentate of you guys? That was against Azul, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And it was just them, just Raisin and Bear Blitz, and then Red 4 and Bear Blitz. Like, you guys just feed in the bear. Hashtag feed the bear. Yeah, I mean that's not surprising. Those yeah, you guys up there is not surprising. Hamburger Herder being 7th is awesome. He's been super consistent for Axe and Rose over the course of the 2 seasons he's played. Granted, he's only played in 1 series so far, but he's been really consistent. I'm expecting to see Borf a little bit higher too at some point. He's been also very, very consistent for Axe and Rose. So he's mid, like probably exactly the middle, pretty close to that. I wouldn't be surprised if he's jumps up a little bit, but
I think I'm also surprised. I think for one reason, Parks is still getting a 7.1 for all of the issues that he has just trying to play the game. Like, I think the game just hates him whenever he plays, tries to like disconnect him a lot in the series. So shout out to him for still pulling through with a 7.1. Also Gogan for doing incredibly well to push up into that top 10 spot over here.
Dude, Gogan is goated, bro. I don't know. It must have been last season when TA played Rebellion. And, I mean, he was so good. Like, just the amount of improvement that he had from the previous season, so was that season 8 to season 9? Yeah, he was Diamond 2, and he's gotten so much better. Like, I think in season 8, and I don't mean any disrespect, but he was a player you're like, all right, he's like the worst on the roster, like, let's target him. Like, when he has the ball, he's gonna mess up. Like, you cannot say that now. Like, I'm low-key scared of Gogan, like, because you're like, he can hit the ball well, he can score goals. So,
and that
shout out
sets up the
Gogan.
expectation. He sets up the expectation that he's going to hit it most of the time, but he can easily fake you out with his positioning too. So that's what has also really impressed me with him. So shouting that out. Also, I'm legit surprised to see Triga and Canty being this low. I expect that to change over time. Because legitimately, whenever I'm looking at these two teams, I was expecting to probably see a lot more from Canty this time around. And with Triga being on LV, I was actually expecting a little more compared to maybe Mace right now. But honestly, I think that's just Triga trying to uplift his teammates right now. And I can really respect the hell out of that.
I mean, somebody's got to be the glue, I'll call it, like a right dog in of the team, right? Like, everybody can't score 100 goals unless you're scoring 300 goals a game, right? Like, that's not going to happen. There is going to be somebody who's a little bit lower, who might not have the stats, but can kind of fill in, make midfield challenges, big clears when you're under pressure, those little things that you don't see on a stat sheet. So I think Trigger just needs to get warmed up. Obviously, we know what he can do from his time last season with LV. So, and yeah, I know Canty obviously he's a little bit biased, but he just hasn't grinded the game as much as I think he's wanted to. And so once he kind of gets back in the game, he'll be in better shape. But he's only played one series too, so he'll get back to it. I know he can.
I believe sometimes you just gotta take a little time to adjust yourself. I think, yeah, Canty can definitely do that. Can be that bright spot here for Axe and Rose, as they've already broken their record from last season. So it can only get better from here. Well, guys, this is the Toad Death rankings. Yep, these are posted in SGL discussions. So whenever Toad posts these, make sure you go check him out, give him some love, because these definitely are or what's the right word? It's not something that we needed. Like, Toad's not the hero that
he's leveled up SGL.
we deserve.
It's great. It's great to have people in the community, and that just proves that, like, people care. Like, we don't need those stats by any means, but to visualize it and see and compare is really cool to see. There's a lot less effort than making videos. Yeah, I know, and my team's mad at me for not making the videos from last season, so I gotta get on that at some point. But yeah, shout out Toad Death, man. He's good stuff.
Out. Yep, those will be updated weekly. We'll put them recurring on the podcast, so you guys can see them as well. And for anybody watching on YouTube, so we'll keep these up. And Rydog, we gotta start reacting. We're react streamers now.
Yes.
We gotta start looking at the top clips. And one series definitely had a lot of clips. And spoiler alert, it was yours. So, without further ado, I think we are good to start looking at the clips
I'm
past
very
week.
scared.
Moose of the aerial to not be able to be saved.
It's so
What a
classic.
flip.
He's up in the air.
Oh,
He
he
even
knocked
bumped
Velocity in the
Palace
air.
out of the way and still got the flip reset off. It's too classic
Pops
from
it
him.
over
I feel like we gotta
Devin,
start upping
who's
our
been
standard
stuck
for
playing
Louis clips.
defense nearly
Yeah,
the
real, like,
entire
that's
game.
basic.
Can't get a save on this one. 5-1 here
You
to
see
EM.
if this spark. Oh, can he capitalize on this? No, he cannot. Can Palase save it? He can.
Palase.
Toadster with a touch to get Luis's favor.
Pass?
Wide open net, hit near post. Score by Luis, getting the
Little
tap
double.
after.
Not bad.
I respect this
I
one a lot
cannot
more.
believe this
That pass
touch
from
from
Skyline
That
was
was
something
pass.
else.
across.
Yeah.
That's just incredible.
Coach
And you get
Skyline,
the
player
double
Coach
afterwards.
Skyline.
Really able to
That's such a tight
miss it
angle.
for Sao. 2-1
So
the
shout out
single save.
Richter for believe
gained the
this is
lead.
his second time casting, so
Wide open net.
Dude.
Into.
What the
Oh,
pass.
Nasta getting it again.
Luis playing
Here's a lesson
helper this time.
defense is completely falling apart right
Oh,
now.
what a double.
Oh,
Yeah, that
that's
double
such
off the
an
corner.
unfortunate positioning too.
that was something else at that point.
The end of that pass is just like, oh crap, that's right over my head. There's nothing I can do about that. That was such a good pass.
We'll be getting to your series with him, Toad. That was a well commentated series.
Another.
Oh, my
Completely
apologies.
falling
Skyline
apart
is
on
player,
defense.
coach, GM, owner.
What the heck is happening?
My
This is, like,
apologies.
such quick
Oh,
fire
yes, the
goals
proper
going
title.
Off the ceiling with that one, getting the touchdown.
Forgot
This
to
is
include
13
that. Make
seconds
sure
for this
to
goal.
update my notes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe they can recover. Maybe they cannot. Either way, at this point, we're going.
Over. Goes beyond the defense. 1-1 here in game 5.
Devin with a quick tap.
What the?
Oh, that was a lot of nonsense.
This is just a mad
Whenever
scramble.
whenever
over here.
commentating
We got
this,
4
I was
people
genuinely
fighting
shocked
for
this
the ball
got
right
in
here,
because this
and
was
then
just a
a fifth and
six-man
sixth
scrum.
Find their way
Absolutely.
in. Runsell pinches, 50s, dunks, whatever you
Shout
want
out
to say.
Runsell, dude. He's
For
been
the
a game
entire
changer for them.
defense of EM.
Absolutely.
I don't think we've
Won.
mentioned his name on the podcast yet. He's a game
We're
changer
getting a
for
little
them.
bit of outplays back and forth.
Gotta
Line
agree
looking
there.
for some back
Super
passes
needed
earlier
for that
on.
LB
Maybe the
or that.
chemistry
Let's
started
think, yeah,
to form, but
LB.
in
Let's think of
classic
Jose
fashion-
side.
Oh,
Oh,
my gosh, that is
that's
a tragic
unfortunate.
own goal.
Yeah, just a bit unlucky for Christmas there.
Who's
Gojo
R7?
to Toad
Is that a
death
new
and
player?
ball
That is
right
Gojo.
off the post and
Oh, that's
right off
Gojo, okay.
Christmas for the first goal of the game in the series for ECRC. You hate to be in that position if you're Christmas, but we've all been there. We all own goal off of those sorts of situations, and it might
True,
just
we
be
have.
another.
Oh, no.
But Gojo leaves it, and Christmas gets their debit. That could have been 2.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be able to.
Or they're just pegged.
Shout
in
out
here. This
whoever
should
made
be
the
5.
Sounders RC logo.
And
Wait,
it
what?
is not.
What?
Wow, I thought it was
That's pretty
going
cool.
to be a goal, but they somehow.
Even though
I
it's
actually don't know
got
who
the,
made that one.
the Space
yeah,
Needle.
I'm confused of what's happening on
That's
my
my
screen
Portland
right
bias.
now. This is the most like private lobbies moment I'm seeing
Oh,
right
beautiful.
now. And this wait,
Oh,
that's
what a
not
save,
in either?
Toad, you didn't give yourself a 10 for
That
that
was a really
save, dude?
good
Come on.
chance. Just ECRC, man, this team's
Unbelievable.
been known for their defense.
He earned 10 for that
Or the
one.
defensive
He's
net
using his
right
Epic
now.
account this season.
I
Got
got to
it,
play
got
a
it.
little defense back.
And Epic won't let you change your name. Shout out
Yeah,
the lovely.
knock off his own
creators
backboard,
of-
and it's going to
or
result
owners
in
of
a
the game,
goal.
I
No,
guess.
it's not, or is it still? But what a save!
Oh
from
my
Moss.
gosh, what a save.
But Toe Death is on
Yeah, I think
the
Epic might be like
offensive
once every
backboard,
30
man.
days or something like
Yeah,
that,
but
so
somehow
it feels like
ECRC
forever.
Oh, you
have
can?
not
Yeah,
scored their
it's like
second,
Steam, I can go
but
change it
this
right
is a
now.
chance. Oh, they're knocking on the
It could be
door,
whatever I
it's
want.
only a matter of time.
Exactly.
Hard to completely count him out, but just given the way the game's going, I could definitely see where that thought process is coming from. And oh my gosh, what a double,
double.
here from Gojo. What
Dude.
a pass to Toad.
Dude, Gojo could be
Yeah,
scary. I mean, we
Gojo
all know
with
what he
the
can
dunk,
do.
with the center ball. And
That's
flying
a
just
when
in a bit of
Gojo's
an
hitting that,
awkward
that's a
spot
scary
and
Gojo.
Just adding insult.
It's a
to injury
Gojo we wait
here,
to
and
see like every week, but sometimes it
ECRC,
just
again,
doesn't
a
come
team that's
out.
gonna be challenging
That
Yep.
to the top.
that time it.
We got 40 seconds of what is already a formality, folks. It must be said. Let's get some clips, guys. If you're listening, let's go for some free jumps.
We're in casual right now. No
There
demoing.
we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there it
love
is.
that. Gojo.
After calling
Let's
for a
go,
clip,
Gojo. Hopefully
we
he
get
listens
an
to
own
me.
goal of
That's
the
perfect.
century.
That's what we want to see right there.
And Christmas in October. Thank you, Gojo, for the gift. Gonna lead to at least a little bit of footsie here in Sounders RC's side right now. But looking to get at least maybe a touchdown. No shot. It's a little slow. Christmas is able to at least clear the danger right now, but it gives it right back
Yeah,
to Gojo.
this is where you don't want
Looking
him.
to set up the
Yeah,
double.
that's-
Gets bumped
that's
out of the
scary.
way. Utopia with the shot.
Yep, that's a
Blind
good save.
lands
Oh,
at
Blind.
just the right
Welcome back,
spot
Blind.
and gets the save.
What a stance right here.
Yeah, and he has full
Alright,
boost
blind.
on the ball.
Oh,
He
do it
makes
to him.
it
And a flick?
happen. Flicks
Ooh.
it.
Ooh,
And not able to
close.
get this one
We'll never
either.
know.
That's a double commit on the shot. Christmas is gonna have to do well. Oh, but he passed. He's returning the favor after they gave him.
Oh,
an
they got
goal
Spanky in the game. Let's
number
go.
3.
Shout out Spanky, man. Big fan
The
of
Sounders
his.
connection there.
Shout out.
Christmas to Spanky, and he delivered him on a play. and
Arnowski.
That'll just about do it, David. You feel, unless we see a remarkable comeback here for Sounders RC, ECRC, just pouring it on.
Low kickoff and in perfect at the perfect time. Fiery
Oh, what
French
the-
toast coming in to cheer
Oh, let's go
on
Pico David.
his fellow Frontera members in this game.
Important stat line here, just talking about pacing. Toad mentioning that
Just
we're
gonna
on
go in.
full track for
Oh.
300
No,
right
it doesn't.
now.
Okay.
I wish that was still
Oh,
the
what a
case
save.
right now, because that would be an incredible feat here for Rocket League devs here in SGL.
Anomaly, just as a heads up. But this EM Dallas Burnside is holding on for their lives.
Pop.
Pico David all by himself against Ducky,
No.
poor guy.
Yeah, you can't do
Oh,
Ducky like that.
you
Or you
have
can't
to
do David
feel
like that,
bad.
man. Come on, Ducky. You know better.
Oh my
Stuck in
You're a
the
bad.
net, not knowing what else he could do.
Yeah,
Kills
that's just
out,
panic right
Larson
there.
comes in 2-0 front
If I see
I
a
mean, I'd be
Mecky
panicked
Ducky.
if I.
Oh,
Yeah.
we saw the flip
Yeah.
reset coming from Mecky Ducky and went, oh, hell no. Why am I the last one back?
in game 1. I don't know why you're looking so distraught right now.
Yeah, go back to Hatsune Miku, bro. It's time. Or Persona.
Don't.
Two
Please.
wildly different answers there.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Hang on a sec.
Look at
I
this
thought that was...
defense.
Another one? Oh, that was perfectly set up there for the Chrome. It actually ended up cleared off the line by the burn. They got to deal with another attack, though. It's very awkward. At least able to pinch it out for
Yeah,
now.
we're highlighting
Oh,
defensive
one fiery
stances a
French
lot
toast
more.
not able to get
This
No, it's
Guys
good.
are gonna pass
Burnside
each other.
is something
And
different
even
right now.
Getting the demo
Yeah.
up in front, that was
gonna be hard to
absolutely
beat them.
critical. You could not see that as last back over here. Well
It's a great
executed.
pass.
And they're about to do it
Oh.
again! Larson,
What a
my gosh, how did it
save!
stay out?
Pico
What the
David!
heck?
Oh, it doesn't
Wait,
get credited
wait,
with
wait,
it? Come
wait. Team
on.
effort right there and keeping that out. Shoot out. The shot. And Caesar gets
Oh
it
my
out yet
gosh.
again. What an incredible defensive
I mean, that just
stand
shows you how
from
good this
EM
Chrome
Dallas
offense is,
Burn.
but the burn defense
Oh,
is.
that is...
It's near impossible
Dang.
angle. You would have thought he could have hit it off the post. It was just nearly a 3-goal streak where within a
Oh, here we go,
30
caster
seconds,
debut.
but Los Verdes was able to survive. Mace, good 50 in the middle.
From Michael,
Devin answers
TCU
up to
lad.
Raisin Boy, who knocks it off the corner. He's gonna have an opportunity to put it down for the pass.
Oh, let's not
Knocks
save
his
each other's
own
shots, guys.
teammate
What are we
away
doing?
from an open goal.
It was a failed pinch.
I think
Ah.
in this case, it's not the good wall shot.
It was so
from Devin.
tragic.
How many
We were
margaritas did
hoping
you have
for
this
it.
game?
How many what?
One of the scariest plays.
How many
and
margaritas
causing
did you have?
Exactly like
Look at you back there,
that.
third man.
What a save from Mace!
Maybe
Off a
3.
post!
Okay,
No! Mace! No!
okay, maybe 4, given my
Redford
shot
trying
right
to clean
there.
it up for the shot. Raisin Boy back
No drinking and
across.
Get
driving.
up there.
Nobody there. Trigger with
Nope,
the
I will
clearance.
not.
This is Mace. There's 2 goals, of course, for Los Verdes right now. I think so. Debit's already subbed himself
Yeah, this
out.
LV side
he's,
had-
he's done the
They
honorable
kind of surprised
thing.
me with some of their defensive stops.
Respect. Oof.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, great.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just in shock. I'm really looking for
I'm toe
positives
deaf right now.
coming
I'm
out
in shock.
from, Los
How did
Verdes
that
right
not
now,
do
but
anything?
I don't know. It's almost like subbing Debit
Legit,
out
like hearing this in
allows
VCU
That's a
was
great
something.
touch.
Go
Oh.
no
Oh.
mercy.
Oh.
They're pounding this net.
This
What
is
do we
the
hear?
Steel
What?
Army
Eternal can take
experience.
this if they step up in game 2.
It's the old
Yeah.
favorite. The team
If
that
they
scores
play
the
better,
most
they
usually
can probably
wins.
win.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that! for
Ooh.
velocity.
What a
My
double.
Goodness, the double touch was beautiful. The ball control, car control, everything. That is maybe the goal of the day for us so far.
How many
I
times
don't
do
know if
you
it made-
flip the
that
wrong
was
way,
the
or
goal
do
of
you,
the day.
you air
It's the
roll or
50
boost the
off
wrong way? That
the
was
player
perfect.
ball-
And there's been a couple of those.
But
that
yeah,
Velocity
Matt
has
saying
had,
goal of the
and if
week
you're
for
gonna
me,
take something
bro,
from
it
this
might be
game,
goal
it's
of the
that
week
they
for me
created the
too.
opportunities, just like this
Definitely
one.
in the championship, I'll tell you that.
Beautiful finish.
Oh, right,
I
this
did
goal.
not think Huskies. Hang on. It was known.
Code is
Wait, what?
flabbergasted.
Yeah, we had a demo, and we had
Oh, I
Waffle
see.
sending it into his own net.
What are we
Dude, Huskies
doing?
with good internet. He's a good player.
Boy, going for a pinch shot. Clears it out to the middle.
When he finally is on. Oh, what a touch.
Beaten by Nelly's clearance. And now Fatality needs to take over. Serrano also tried to go for that. Nelly now takes over to the corner.
Got out. What
Lets
pressure?
that ball go to Loyboy, who plays it
When
to
we
the
had
near
pressure
post.
against them, my demo opened everything up there, or Reese's demo, yeah.
Gosh, it was such a good
When we had
opportunity too.
pressure, we were unstoppable against them, but it was they're good enough to break the pressure all the time, so it just
A touch off of the crossbar.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
a lot of
That's why I
those
love
moments
watching.
were
Breathe a sigh of relief as Rydog finally gets a big save off of Serrano's dribble attempt, and it's still 0-0.
gosh, still got a ground pinch out of there,
Second
too?
touch, but to no avail. Serrano has enough time. He chooses to
No,
pull it,
it's
but
right to
gives
him.
it up to Rydog to fatality, and Loyboy now trying to take over. Gets the second touch. Ball
That's
off
the demo.
open
Yeah.
Nelly
That's you
takes
guys
the
in a
lead.
nutshell right there.
1-0
Uh-huh.
to Timbers Army.
100%.
Yep. What a double off the corner over here. Perfect demo setup. And this is how Nelly becomes
Big time
Golden Boot
demo
winner last
indeed.
season.
Yeah.
They've tried it for the
We're trying to
second
flip it
time.
this
They've
year.
gotten it. Shall see. I mean, he's good enough
Back
to
to
score
Loyboy?
almost anyways.
Loyboy, Golden,
Ooh,
whatever
Magic
he
misses it.
won,
He
do
didn't
the
have
other
any
one,
boost
and
to
then
follow up. Serrano
have
gets
Nelly
up
win the other,
quickly.
whatever he
Right
didn't
on
win.
follow-up,
I forget
open
what it
net.
is.
Fatality
Yeah.
off of the
Okay.
crossbar.
I should have scored that, by the way. I
Smart
just
play
hit it with my
instead of trying to
purse.
get it further away from the goal because
Felt that
Loyboy
one.
was lurking around. Counterattack by the Cauldron. Serrano shot on net.
That's such a good
Loyboy,
shot
what a
too.
save.
What a save.
Off the crossbar.
He's just so good.
And
He just
now
knows where to
Timbers
be.
Army's turn to counter.
It's just,
Nelly
yeah.
Towards the
He
near
just
post.
knows.
Serrano clears it out. All coming towards
This series
it.
was just
Gets a
cinema,
quick
man.
cut.
I
Gets
love
the
watching
shot
this back.
past Rydog. Ball into the net with 90 seconds to go. It is 1-1. And you know what? I kind of expected this, and I'm glad to see this come up.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Loyboy knew too when he went up. He's like, fatality's going, and I'm putting it over him. Like, he might have said that.
Fatality.
There was another moment where he air
Timbers
dribbled it in
Army.
from the sidewall, and
Coming
he
for
literally
sure.
said they just left to go get boost. I'm gonna put this in. Like, he was trying to pass it, and he just didn't need to.
Trying to create
Yeah,
a
no
good
need.
chance, but every single time the ball goes into the blue half, Timbers Army make their life so difficult, and it might require a moment of magic from one of these three.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Nelly
no.
thought. Yeah, Nelly thought that was gonna go straight down, and it absolutely did not.
Best case, it was a
That bouncing off the
So-
lip was so tragic.
Magic.
Yeah, so he totally read that wrong. He said that right after too. He's like, "Nah, I was
Realizing
thought
the
that was
ball
going
is
straight down."
bouncing
Like,
right to him.
nothing you can do about that.
Taps it in for an easy goal.
Keep in mind, this is
Easy
now
goal
the
to take
second
the
magic
lead.
to make
Don't be surprised
landing
if
here in
Timbers Army start
SGL.
to take control in this game 3 after taking the lead.
Has to
I
have
could
had
not-
massive.
Seeing it off as well.
I could not find a way to pass that to Loyboy.
Oh,
That was all on me.
wrong, because as
I wanted to
Toadlet
pass
says,
it, and it just got stuck on my car, and I was like, if I flick this, it's going 50 yards over him. So it's not good. Not good.
Couldn't believe this own goal.
We got a little
Damn.
singing from Maz W, dude.
And a musical
Let's go.
performance.
Magic gets a goal, but it was all to kickstart the attack earlier. Fatality clears it out. Loyboy does get the boost. Magic now needs to get involved, and he does.
Ooh.
Gets a nice save right there.
Double?
And Serrano has to sit back as he was getting harassed.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we
Finally
overcommitted
way
gets
back.
next clearance. Magic
No.
tries to center
Oh.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
the ball
we got
goes.
faked out.
Fatality.
Whether it was a fake or a whiff or whatever, it
Casey
worked.
Cauldron in this critical game 3.
Yeah.
You see
tough
how
to
that
rush
ball
it back like
moves.
that, too.
What an
Yeah, it was a good play.
incredible
I mean, that's the right thing to
fake
do,
by
right?
Serrano. Follows
Mhm.
up with a good 50 right
Catch
there.
him off guard.
Right place, right time for fatality. Absolutely, Shane.
Corner.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that just hits my car. Yeah.
You're just chilling here.
Yeah. I was like, what am I doing here?
Scoring apparently.
Goal by Loyboy. Off of the post. Serrano
Gosh darn, what a
trying to go
setup
for
for
We'll
Loyboy.
call it a
Rydog.
dunk, but I don't know.
At the
I knew
red
nothing
spot
about
to
it.
touch towards the far post.
So
2-2 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go.
yeah,
Casey
twos on the
Cauldron
board.
have
That
been
was an
making a few
awesome
more
moment.
defensive errors, and on the attack, they haven't again been as comfortable creating chances.
What a dribble.
Loyboy with a
Oh.
nice attempt right there. Can really get a big 50 off though. But still, the pressure remains. Shot towards the net, off of the crossbar.
Oh.
Nelly couldn't really do much more. That's the best he could do, and that's good enough. Because now Timbers Army are keeping up the pressure towards Loyboy.
That's
Shot
such a
off
good
target. He has
redirect,
a chance to
too.
follow up.
Tried to go
He's
too
gonna
high.
line up. Again,
Oh my
off the
gosh.
crossbar.
Crossbar
Oh,
challenge.
no, he misses. If there was a moment to get it on target, that was it. Pass
I just missed
towards
it that too.
Rydog.
Yeah.
Ball off target yet again.
Ooh.
I think
I'd
that
take
that
it.
play summarizes how much I've played this game, aka not enough.
Right now as
Because that's one I should be
trying to
hitting,
get out
but
of this Spell of pressure.
Playing the glue
Nice
roll
interference
pretty well.
there by
Holy, what a
Yeah,
Fatality.
yeah.
slam.
Go for a 50. Gets a second touch, but Serrano barely gets it out. Man, this Cauldron team is pinned back. Reading the chat right now. Shaybob saying, wow, so close to KC goal. The Timbers flipped that play right around.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is so
yes.
good. We were hyped after he hit this.
Holy moly, this was such a good double. Off a challenge, too.
Yeah, his control's just next level.
Second touch off of the backboard into the back of the net. 3-1
For the hat
to
trick in
Timbers
game
Army.
5. Yes, sir, Triple C. Yeah, you guys were stars of the show.
No, I mean,
For clips this week.
maybe for clips. I mean that, yeah, but that series was cinema. Like KC's such a good team, so.
And cinema you provided. So, chat, that was clips this time around. Hope you enjoyed them all. Look forward to seeing them next week already, but make sure you have clip-worthy moments for week 4's matchups.
Yes, stop trying to win and start trying to pre-jump.
Yep, exactly.
Easiest way to get on the podcast is
Yep.
start pre-jumping.
We got to start doing it for the content.
Yep.
Knows always knows. I think did famously in week 1. He knew clip or be clipped on. That's a good one. No week 2, bro.
They were uploaded to YouTube. I thought I saw maybe.
I think we uploaded everything. It should be there.
Check
It's
the
just not
YouTube.
here.
Yeah, check the SGL YouTube.
Now, chat. I also mentioned that we have a cup competition that's going to be coming up after this week, but we do need to do something before action goes into play for the cup, and that is the draw for this, specifically for the championship. Because at this moment, as far as the premiere goes, and I think we're able to set that one up right now, first to see before we move on to the championship. The Premier famously has 8 teams this time around, compared to 7. So everything is good to go on their end. It was just seeded. Nothing else to really say. But Champ Cup, we still have 7 teams. We have one thing that we got to do, and that is to figure out who is in the first round bye for that. Who is going to get that wheel spin? As you can see, this will be your Champ Cup right here. So those first 3 matchups, they'll be going. They'll seed into that upper semifinal. Last season, just to give you a reference, Premier had 7, and they famously had El Matador up at the number 1 spot based on rankings of the previous season. But we do need to do a little bit of wheel spin, should you say. And that is actually what is going to be coming up here right now before we get that all settled. So, for this, we just need to do a couple things. Okay. And Maz, once you are good to go,
Give it a spin.
let's go. Also, we do have matchups to the side too, so.
This is for the team to get a bye. No round 1 game for this spin. So here we go.
Here we go. This is going
For
to be our
essentially the
primary
number 1
content.
seed.
Oh.
Oh, unbelievable. There's some. Okay, we're gonna need to. Yeah, rigged. Let's get. I'm calling the FBI. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Guys.
Toad Death upping his rankings. The spin being Steel Army.
How could this be done right now? Spin again?
Well.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, Steel Army. Congrats.
You heard it here.
You
heard it here
you
first,
have the
folks.
bye. But if there's anything to go off of the last year's college football playoff, every single team that had a bye did lose. So,
Frick, don't tell me that.
well, I like how
Well,
the Caesar and Skyline are in here, and and there's no FCD teams in the
there's,
championship.
there's
They're like, this
nothing
does not
going.
affect them in any way, but it's rigged.
Okay.
Good
Yep.
enough. Good enough.
Yep. The Steel Army's on the screen. They won the wheel spin. That that's right.
Now we have an updated bracket. There you go. Steel Army gets the bye up on the
Ugh.
top there. Yeah.
All right, but the first round matchup could potentially lead to a cinema in the upper semifinal between like two high ranked teams because
True.
like your guys' Champ Cup or your guys' Premier Cup, you guys have what ECRC into EM.
Yeah, we beat the top 4 teams
Yep, you literally had
in the league.
to go through it all.
Yeah. So it can be done. We did it last year. But
I,
okay. So now next spin, we're just gonna go top down from that previous graphic. It's gonna go top down. The first 2 teams that are picked here or spun here. If the winner plays Steel Army, so we're just going top down to do the matchups, and the first one is going to be LV.
I was about to say, watch it be Rebellion and ECD and just completely
Top 3. That'd be crazy.
W for
That'd be
spinning
crazy.
live, bro. There's no other way we'd have it done. We love the wheel spin on here.
Joke's on you. This has actually been recorded already, and we're just timing our commentary perfect. We practiced all this. I'm just kidding.
Imagine
It's
that.
Chat GPT or something.
Yeah.
So
This is the new Sora content, right? This
there we
is
go.
a
Yep.
AI generated video right now of a wheel spin.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. All
Also,
right. So
quarter field winners have
LV,
occurs. Yeah.
LV up there with Steel Army there. So the winner of LV and our
This
next
next team.
spin, yeah, is gonna face Steel Army.
Oh my
So
gosh,
let's
Caesar, you're
see.
joining on the bit donations too?
Is it gonna be? Uh
Oh,
oh.
it's
Ooh. Oh, it's
Rebellion.
Rebellion. So we could have a very interesting. What is that? Is that upper quarter, upper semi, upper
Yeah, that
semi?
would be
Oh my goodness.
not as rigged. Calling it now. Not as rigged.
Not as rigged.
I guess maybe for Rebellion it probably doesn't feel as good, but that also depends on, I guess, the result tomorrow. If they're feeling confident against us or not.
Chauncey Billups at his head. He might have, dude. As a Portland
Oh,
fan, he might have. I'm not. I no comment at this time.
he has nothing to say or he'll get fined.
That's right. Oh crap! Adam Silver's calling me. No, I'm just kidding. Um. Okay, so LV Rebellion to face Steel Army. That's that's a draw.
Every cup we get screwed
Every
from from MLS to CCL to now to no matter where you go. I mean, hey, this could be a case of like one team wins in the league, the other team wins in the cup. Like I legit think
That's what
that
happened last season in Prem.
that's what I think is going to happen.
Interesting, interesting. All right, so we got 2 more matchups. You don't have to play Steel Army.
That's going to be an interesting one to shake out. I that is going to be a battle. Whoever ends up winning those spots over there, going from like matchup 2 to matchup 5 in order to face in the upper semifinal or the upper final. But once you get there, oh, it's going to feel good. Then you only got to win 2 more matchups.
All right. Dang. What up? Yeah, this is gonna be
Sorry, I
yeah,
just started
that
reading it.
first three. That first three is gonna be fun.
It is. I'm
I'm
incredibly
I'm low
invested.
key hoping for either an EC duel or a Timbers EC duel, which is obviously possible, very very possible with the number of teams that are left. And we get, is it gonna stay? It is. It's gonna be EC Eternal.
The Emerald City
EC
Derby
Eternal.
is in play.
Could happen.
We already just saw them play Frontera. I would kind of be interested to see how EC Eternal plays Axe and Rose. Not gonna lie.
I think Axe and Rose has a shot.
I think that's one of the closer matchups we can see out of that one.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to see out of this one.
Yep.
I think all the hard matchups like are officially like into play now.
Yeah.
Will be a
We
rematch.
get. Ooh, is it Axe and Rose? It is.
Oh,
Timber
just
Sounders,
barely.
round one.
I had a slight feel. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be EC. Maybe we get the EC Derby, but okay. This is the matchup I actually wanted to see. So, you know what? I will take it.
Yeah, this is good. This will be good.
Especially since Defiance are already playing Axe and Rose in week 4. So they just get to go right to the next Emerald City team. Yep, agreed. Close pairing over there. So that means we're going to have EC Defiance and Frontera, which I believe is going to be another hotly contested set over there. That's, ooh, yeah. Those lower two matchups right there. Those are a can't miss right there.
No, yeah, 100%.
This is an admin dream of a drawing. Okay, for as
So
far
this
as
one's good.
like
Oh, okay.
viewership,
Yeah, you gotta rig it, dude.
unless you're talking about me getting the buy, which viewership and competitive, yeah, I agree here.
Well, yeah, we've already taken the bribes. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Well,
This is gonna be for the home team. The home team in that match. Wow, that's right down the middle. It's gonna be. It doesn't really matter because they're both West Coast. You would think. So, Defiance will be the
quote unquote
like
home
the
team.
home team. Yeah. Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
sent an emoji in a while. Send one.
And bias.
So there we go. So the last two teams there filled out. Defiance with potentially the best logo in the league. I can see it. I won't say it is the best because it's a Seattle team, but it's pretty good.
I like the Kraken inclusion here.
Yeah. What are we playing hockey? What are we doing? No, that's
Seattle
no,
Kraken,
it's
baby.
solid. It's a solid logo out of a logo.
So that'll present that last matchup for you here. EC Defiance versus Frontera Azul. Should be a thriller of a match, as mentioned before. And we officially have the Championship Cup here labeled out for you. And as we had mentioned before, at least when talking about the Cup, again, odd number games, those are your 3v3s. You get your team into shape, usual to how the league play goes. But whenever it comes to those even number games, get ready to start thinking about what you guys want to play. You want to play some Rumble? I hear Serrano loves that game mode. Uh,
Yes.
Maybe one of the few that enjoy it to the degree that he does. Maybe you like playing hockey. Maybe you want to play some Snow Day? I know that was one of our favorites last cup run. Maybe you want to shift into the NBA season that just got kicked off with a giant scandal to go along with it, and want to play some basketball in Rocket League. Maybe that's your maybe that's your go-to. That's all up to you in those even number games.
True, true. Yeah, and it's obviously it begs the question, right? Like if you have a really good duo, do you stay away from the 2v2 modes and play something else, or do you play to your strengths or the other team's weaknesses? I don't know, but I think this is very close to what a seeded one would be.
I think I
Just
would
kind of
agree with that.
looking at that.
I think the only thing right now, just based on current standings, is Rebellion Steel Army are very close to each other. But
That's true.
that just brings out the chaos of the cup.
Yeah, why not?
Rebellion should lose round one just to keep things interesting. What an insane chat message I'm reading.
I mean, okay, if you want to talk about scripts, is they lose round 1 to LV and then run the gauntlet and play Steel Army in the final. So you
I mean,
avoid Steel Army until the final.
that'd be
Technically.
an insane losers run.
Yeah, it would. So, now I'm not supporting match throwing or fixing games or anything, but oh
But
well.
yeah, that is the championship cup bracket here for you all in presentation format. So guys, we did it. We did it here on stream. We did the wheel spin.
We got one more, Devitt.
Ah, we got more. That's right.
We got one more.
We got some draws.
The loser of game 2, which is the Cascadia Derby, and then that loser, and then the loser of Frontera, was it Defiance? This team gets the home field advantage. Yeah, thank you for bringing that back up. So Eternal, Axe and Rose, the loser of that series, is going to play the loser of EC Defiance Azul, and of course we just need to figure out the home field, who gets home for that. You would think theoretically it would be all fine in West Coast and everything, but you never know, and it is going to be the loser of game 3. So that'll be Azul or Defiance. The loser of that series will get the home field.
Interesting how that kind of worked out where the current standings are, where 3 and 4 teams in the league right now are going to get that home advantage in the losers bracket, which may come up as a critical factor over here. So just getting that up on screen for you now. Yes, that this will actually be your bracket. I swear. Yep. This time it's for real. My apologies for jumping the gun on this one. I just saw the teams up there and I was like, yay! But
no, you don't want to stay tuned to this. This is especially the first round games are going to be cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then thanks, Maz, for putting it in chat. Reminder: the Prem Cup is seeded. They're seeded, so they just went off of I think last year's rankings from the table and did that. So, yeah, Maz, let's just throw the Prem
if we can get that
up there. I'm a visual guy. If you have it ready, let's just throw it up there.
I think it's like one thing to say like it's seeded, but also like we've had some some roster shifting too.
Oh, the seeds will be decided after week 4. Okay, so these first 4 weeks really matter.
Yep.
Where you kind of are placed.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously higher seed gets the home field. Yeah, you mentioned it, Devitt. The 8 teams really makes it a little easier to comprehend
exactly.
a little bit.
Helps to not worry about buys. Helps to just look at this easily. The double elimination bracket works straight from there. You don't have to feel bad about being like the actual like last place of the cup. You'll be tied with your brethren if you go out 0-2 in this bracket over here. And yeah, as we mentioned, those weeks are going to come up real interesting to see because at least like whenever looking over at like current table and whatnot, you get to see like the Dallas teams are actually going to be like facing up against like the top teams in KC and ECRC right now. So and like if FSD Chrome keep it up, they're going to be playing SRC, and I think they already played them too. So
Maz, can you quickly throw up the
you read your mind.
Thank you. Perfect. Yeah, and so I was gonna mention that's why this game differential matters, right? And so every game is a point in SGL, and obviously those are important, but also the game, the match win percentage, which is in that third column, is so important, right? Because you have a TA and KC, right? They're tied on points. I don't know what the next tiebreaker would be if it's goals again or whatever it is. Whatever, but then you have like an ECRC right up in second. They're in second because of that match percentage. They have the same record, but they have more games won, or the differences between the two. Head to head is the next one. Okay, so TA should be that's fine. Yeah, so that's why those are so important, especially like down, of course, at the bottom, right? Same thing. Let's go Dose, EM Dallas Burn, right? You've got the two teams tied there for 6 points. They have the same win percentage, right? That could completely change who you play in these first rounds. So super important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you need to get the most out of these results, and then at least like for Timbers Army, it's going to work in their favor, pushing themselves up a little bit higher. So once that all gets shaken out next week, we will actually be able to see the premier bracket. We'll see how that'll look all nice, seeing everybody's team up into their respective slots. So yeah, play out your week 4 matchups. Like your cup lives depend on it right now.
True that. Yeah. Next week is Super Bowl week, and then the week after that you can chill. But yeah, and then just there's the championship bracket one last time. Yeah, so we're ready to go. I mean the cup was super fun last time. It's just different than league play, right? You're playing the same teams, but it just gives you a different aspect, right? Of like, hey, yeah, these guys are really good at 3v3, but can they play 2v2? Or hey, let's throw them in a drop shot. Let's see what happens. So super fun, something different, Gamers 8 style. We love it.
Exactly. I think it showcases a lot more what teams are capable of doing rather than just straight 3v3s the entire time. It's like that's what league plays for. Let's shake it up a little bit in the cup. Let's have a little fun with it. I think Gamers 8 really proved versatility of teams in a lot of aspects, and they also play ones, but we are not the most ones players, and we like having more players on the field than just 2. So that's why that change was updated over here. Looking forward to seeing you all in the cup as we progress along. And speaking of playing in week 4 like your lives depend on it, let's take a look at what we got slated up for week 4. Oh, never mind. Got it right now. Perfect. As you can see, we already got some matches scheduled for you. Nothing in the premiere, but just to give you a preview, Sounders RC take on FSD Chrome. Sorry, misspoke earlier. They're playing this week and could potentially play each other next week, depending on how the results shake up in that series. Let's think of Dose playing EM Dallas Burn back-to-back. Dallas here for 5-12. Casey Cauldron, El Matador, a time-honored matchup, but with a few different faces on each of these squads, so it'll be interesting to see if KC continues their winning ways. ECRC versus Timbers Army, the triangle is coming together. The 2A, 2B, 2C teams are all going to finally shake out, and right before cup competition. That's kind of like a crazy sequence that we got between those sides over there, as you can see for the championship. Rebellion playing Steel Army, already scheduled tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. Be here. You got to come watch it. This is the top 2 teams in the championship right now. And right after that, we're going to be having LV versus EC Eternal, the bottom 2. You guys see how that one shakes out. And EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose SC, 2 middle of the pack teams right now that honestly, I'm more excited for that matchup than honestly a couple of the premier matches, because I think Axe and Rose has a lot to prove.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, the 2 gauntlets are going to be ECRC TA, and then Rebellion Steel Army on the other side. I think obviously those are the ones you circle of like if you're going to watch 2 Rocket League series, then those are the 2 you watch. but I think that EC Defiance Axe and Rose series is a sleeper pick. Yeah, it's for me. We all know what EC Defiance can do. It's just can they do it consecutively, right? And I think just for Axe and Rose, it's consistency. Can you create and maintain a level of consistency now, and basically prove that game against, or that series against LV was a fluke in the positive way? Like, obviously you want to keep the vibes high and keep your win streak going, or get it back rather. So yeah, it's gonna be another fun week in SGL playing out this week. A little insider, ECRCTA might be Thursday night. We're still trying to figure out schedules and stuff. But so that one might be Thursday. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. Steel Army Rebellion. That's gonna be insane.
Heck yeah, dude. Looking forward to it all and the rest of your matches. Go get them scheduled. We got finished by Friday last week. That is insane to see. So if we can avoid most of the, I guess, later in the week matchups, that'd be perfect. We can go keep watching the rest of the MLS and USL playoffs as those are underway right now. And then we get to, come back up to the week all refreshed, ready to go. Maybe mad at our team. Maybe very excited by what our team did. So yeah, get that done, and then we can go right into the Cup week, and then we will carry on from there. But as far as the podcast goes for episode 22, I think we covered it all. I think we did. I mean, it was a little longer than I anticipated, but we got everything done, and that's what counts.
Yeah, it's there's a lot to yap about already, and what are we, week 3, week 4? Like, that's good. It's good content. But yeah, we'll just keep the content rolling. You guys keep giving us the content. It's good. It's always fun being on here with you guys. This is my first one this year, just because the scheduling's been kind of pooey, but we're so back, and let's have a good week of Rocket League. I guess real life too. You should have a good week at real life too, but Rocket League for sure.
Yeah. Those can all come together as one little thing right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Rydog, appreciate you being in the booth with me tonight. Caesar, how are the Hounds? Well, home playoff against Hartford, so you will see me in the section. So go root for us. Just humble request right there. But yes,
sure, go Hounds. Get a go Hounds in chat. Bring it home.
Wait, I'll do it right now.
That's right.
Get in touch with Eastside Rising. They might all be grown up now. That was like a team of 13-year-olds. Maybe we'll see if they show up. But yes, thank you for joining me in the booth. Much appreciated. Maz, thank you for producing this whole little shindig here tonight. I know it was a lot of back and forth dealing with us, or mostly me. But appreciate it. Appreciate you all in chat. Caesar, Defo, you, Rydog, Maz, Toad, Triple C. Trying to see if I missed any over here. Skyline for sure. Def can't miss out on the bit donations. And yeah, appreciate you all being here. This will be uploaded to YouTube shortly. Make sure you stay tuned for all the new games that are going to be coming here in week 4 and for the champ upcoming. But for this episode of the podcast, we are done and signing off. Good night, everybody. Peace.
See ya.